Hello everyone. The words of Torah that I'm about to share should serve as a continued Refuah Sheleimah for Shira Devorah Leah, as well as the aliyas of the neshomah of HaRav Zecharia Senter, Rabbi Zecharia Senter, someone who had a tremendous impact on me and really had a tremendous impact in the lives of many others as well. In this week's Parshas Shemini, the Torah describes the Chanukas HaMishkan, the inauguration of the Mishkan, the dedication of the Mishkan in the Midbar. And the Medrash in our Parsha describes how Moshe and Aaron get to the Mishkan, the moment they've been waiting for, the moment that they've been yearning for. They're waiting and they're hoping to see the Shechina of Hashem, V'asuli Mikdash, V'shachanti B'sochem. The whole purpose of everything until now was to get to the Mishkan, was to build the Mishkan, and ultimately to create a Shechina, to create an environment for the Shechina to dwell in the midst of Klal Yisrael. And the Medrash says that when Moshe and Aaron got to the Mishkan, anticipating the arrival of Hashem's Shechina, there was no Shechina. The Shechina had not arrived. And the Medrash tells that at this particular point in time, Moshe and Aaron are upset, they're depleted, they're waiting for the Shechina of Hashem. And the Medrash says that Aaron HaKohen turns to his brother Moshe Rabbeinu and says, Moshe, I'll tell you why there's no Shechina. I'll tell you why Hashem's not here. Aaron says, there's no Shechina because I helped facilitate the Chet HaEgel. Because I helped the Bnei Yisrael perform that terrible Avera. Now, if I were Aaron, what would I have said? I wouldn't have said there's no Shechina because I helped facilitate the Chet HaEgel, because I gave them the idea to get the jewelry from the women. If I were Aaron, I would have said, I'll tell you why there's no Shechina. There's no Shechina because the Bnei Yisrael actually performed the Chet HaEgel. They actually did that terrible Avera. It's their fault. Or if I were Aaron, the Ohev Shalom, V'rodev Shalom, someone who was constantly making peace, who understood and knew the greatest, deepest, darkest secrets of Klal Yisrael, the greatest scandals. Aaron knew he was making peace and he was dealing with everything. He knew everything. Yet Aaron could have blamed them, and Aaron could have blamed them. Aaron HaKohen, when he was trying to figure out where's the Shechina, he didn't look at those people and those people blamed them and blamed. He looked at himself. He said, there's no Shechina because of a mistake that I made. There's no Shechina because of something that I did. And that's true leadership. It's very easy to say, I'll tell you why there's no Shechina. Sometimes you'll hear people say, I'll tell you why Mashiach hasn't come. Mashiach hasn't come because those people speak Lashon Hara, because those people don't dress properly, because those people don't do the right thing. Aaron HaKohen teaches us a tremendous lesson of leadership. Leadership means not looking at what other people are doing wrong, not blaming other people for their mistakes, for their misdeeds. But leadership is about taking ownership of oneself. It's about looking at oneself. What can I do better? How can I improve? How can I do more? And how can I be more? That's what a leader is, and that's what Aaron HaKohen teaches us in this midrash. And the truth is, the same is true on the other side of the coin as well. It's not only true that we shouldn't blame others, but it's also true that we should take responsibility for our actions in a positive way as well. What can I do? How can I have an impact? How can I make a difference? What can I do to make a difference in the lives of other people? That's what Aaron HaKohen was. He could have blamed other people, made excuses for why he wasn't able to have the Shechina in front of him. But Aaron HaKohen didn't make excuses. Aaron HaKohen looked at himself and said, what can I do? What impact can I make despite the fact that happened, despite the fact that happened, despite the fact that we're standing in the Mishkan and the Shechina has yet to come. And as I continue to share these words as a Refuah Sheleimah, first and foremost for Shira Devorah Leah, for Joey and Shira, for people who spend their lives as members of our community, helping others, doing for others, roadblocks may be put in their path, but ultimately they continue to persevere. Ultimately, they continue to make a difference. They continue to have an impact. They don't make excuses for why they weren't able, but they understand what they can do and what they can be. But as I also this week share these words as an aliyah neshomah for HaRav Zecharia Rabbi Zecharia Senter, the founder of the Chavkei, someone who I literally called Zaidi, someone who spent his life making a difference in the lives of others, someone who I remember how often he would tell me how he was in YU, and I'm not going to go into the whole story right now, but the rules were he wasn't able to get smicha. He was Baal Tshuva, who wasn't able to get smicha because of various technicalities of the math program that he was in. And he went to Rav Soloveitchik and said, Rav, Rebbe, I need smicha. I need it. Don't tell me I can't. And again, I'm not going to go through the details now, but he love telling the story about how he got it, and the Rav ended up making an exception and gave him certain ways in which he could actually get smicha. In life, we're constantly given challenges and difficulties. We're constantly thrown curveballs. Our job is to stop making excuses. Rabbi Senter never would have created the Chav Kei Kashrus organization if not for his determination, if not for his desire and drive to accomplish and to do, irrespective and despite the challenges that were constantly put in front of him. And each and every one of us are constantly given challenges, are constantly thrown curveballs. Our job in life is to stop making excuses, stop blaming, stop complaining, and in that merit of all of the success in Yirtzeh Hashem that we will have, all of the excuses that we will make, and all that we will accomplish in this world, all that we will do and ultimately be, the Ezra Hashem should be a Refuah Sheleimah for Shira Devorah Leah and the aliyas neshomah of HaRav Zecharia ben Uri. And Yirtzeh Hashem, we should continue to bring Refuah Sheleimah to her, and aliyah neshomah to him, and a tremendous nachas to the Ribono Shel Olam. Good Shabbos.